Hi, and welcome to Starship Gaming, and today we're going to talk about a website. And of course, a lot of you are probably saying, how is this gaming related? Well, hear me out, because it kinda is. A website called Jurassic Park Legacy existed for a number of years, and it was a fan base for the Jurassic Park community. It was a place where fans could go to see recent Jurassic Park news, read about Jurassic Park films, read about the toys, and even look at the novels, and more specifically, in our case, for our purpose, the video games. If you haven't already noticed, Jurassic Park Legacy no longer exists, but you can go back and see it through the Wayback Machine. But why does it no longer exist? And today we are going to talk about some of the factors that led to it no longer existing. Like I said, the website was a place where you could go to look up information and see recent news and whatnot. And I remember I was a frequent visitor to the website during the early to mid to even late 2000s. I actually used the website pretty frequently for all my Jurassic Park related news from the early 2000s up until probably about a year before it shut down. At that point, all the information you could find directly on Facebook, or even simply by Googling it at that point. The website was also host to some beautiful artwork which fans created. And more importantly, for the gaming community, if you played Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, the website was host to many mods in which you could use on your PC version of Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, which I never had. I wish I had, but according to what I know about Jurassic Park Legacy, or whatever is left of its legacy, the website was host to mods. You could get different skins for your dinosaurs. Of course, in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, you could go through and you could change like the design of the raptors. Like you could get the plain gray raptor, or the tiger stripe raptors from the Lost World Jurassic Park instead of the default white and black raptors that we got in the game. And more importantly, it said that the developers of the Telltale title Jurassic Park the game used the encyclopedia on Jurassic Park Legacy to get a lot of their information and a lot of their research, which there's another gaming related thing there. I guess you didn't think this was going to be very gaming related and more Jurassic related, since we did a Jurassic Park video just a few days ago. But I think you understand where we're getting at. Now, there's many stories behind why it shut down, and this is when it gets into a little bit of a controversy. There's a number of rumors of why it shut down. The first rumor is that the guy who ran the website just got tired of running it. Instead of selling it or passing it on to someone else, he shut it down. That's probably the most well-known rumor. I don't know if it's really confirmed or not. There's no real way to tell, because there's never been really anything from it other than, hey, it's our last Jurassic June, we're going to shut down here in a few days, and then the website, poof, just disappeared just like that off the face of the earth, just like the dinosaurs. The second rumor is a little bit more sinister when you really kind of think about it. There was a lot of turmoil, or at least it was rumored that there was a lot of turmoil between the developers. Well, not developers, but, well, I guess you could say the people who worked on the website. You had one guy who allegedly went on a banhammer spree because he just felt like it or didn't like other people's opinions. And as you can see on their forum I actually was a part of, and it was, to say the least, some of the users were pretty toxic. And this kind of toxicity predates the toxic Star Wars fans, or even the toxic Ghostbusters fans, which I have been a part of both of the fandoms for a long time, and oh boy, could I tell you stories there. There's also a story involving where I was part of a pretty well-known RoboCop forum, and the people who ran the site were pretty toxic towards new users and their opinions, and I just decided to leave that site because I don't want to deal with people like that. In the case of toxic RoboCop fans, which, the fandom has been pretty dormant for a while, but I think MGM should have stepped in there, but there's not really anything you can do about the fandom. Of course, Disney stepped in with the whole Star Wars fiasco, and of course you have toxic Star Wars fans, toxic Marvel fans, and one you've probably never heard of until I just mentioned it, toxic Jurassic Park fans. So basically, several people who worked on the site were banning longtime members, or one person in particular. Not going to say any names. I know the users' names on there, but it got pretty messy. And it just was all kinds of... It was a terrible mess, and it's just... That's one reason that it was shut down, I believe. Another reason... There's just so many rumors out there about why it shut down, to be honest. So, in conclusion, in all honesty, this site should serve as a cautionary tale of how to treat fandoms. Of course, because of all the drama from a person or several people, we no longer have content for Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. We no longer have the encyclopedia and all the content and everything, and that's just really sad that a website that I loved it so much. It was like basically it was my homepage for a long time, that every time I logged on, that's where I went to. And it's sad because of some people with ill feelings towards others, if that is the case, or whether it's people who were somebody that was just tired of running the website. I don't know what happened here, but either way, it's just sad that this website had to go, and I just wish that whoever had it, if the rumor about them just being bored with it and just shutting it down is true, I don't think Universal forced them to shut it down. I think that they were aware of this website and they were okay with working with them, but it's really sad because, this was the best one, and unfortunately it had to shut down in June of 2016, and that was really sad. Of course, since this website has been gone, we now have another website for our Jurassic Park and Jurassic World news called Jurassic Outpost, which is just as good. Not quite to the level of Jurassic Park Legacy good, but it's getting there, and it probably will be at that level someday, but that may be for a very long time. So this serves kind of as a cautionary tale when it comes to websites. The lesson is, in the case of, actually there's two lessons here, depending on which rumor you want to go with. The first lesson being, if you want to get rid of a website, please pass it on to others, because it's greatly needed, and if you don't, then you're just a jerk for being, that greedy. And if you base your assumption on the second rumor that several people were banning others and blah 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 blah, all that jazz, then that's really sad, and people need to just stop being first of all, they need to stop drama and stop being man babies over others' opinions. If you don't like someone's opinion, everyone's entitled to it. It should work like this. I have an opinion that's different from yours. You should respect that, and I respect your opinion, even though it's different from mine. And that's how things should be, and there should not have been no drama in the case that you go with the second rumor of why it shut down. But in actuality, the official, I guess you could say official thing is that they got tired of the website and they shut it down, and that was that. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We may do other episodes like this, even though this is kind of gaming related because it had to deal with Jurassic Park Operation Genesis and Jurassic Park, the game that came out from Telltale Games in 2011. So we're actually going to cover those games at some point and talk about them. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want notifications. And until next time, when we talk about something cool or awesome or informational, I'll see you then.